Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to the podcast called The Industry. I'm your host, your favorite bartender in DFW. My name is Chris. The
What
podcast
up?
will be out every Wednesday. Please subscribe, hit that subscribe button. Please go on Instagram and follow the underscore industry 24. What up, Sydney? Shout out to my
Hello.
co-host. What's going on? How's it going?
We are back
Yeah, I
again. How are you
know. I'm good.
doing?
I'm good. I'm good. How's your day?
It's great.
That's what's up. That's
So
what's up.
good.
Yeah,
Another day, another
for
dollar.
real. I feel that. I feel that.
Grind never stops. See? No, it's going through me real bad.
You've been drinking them
Not
bangs.
sponsored by Bang yet.
That bang hitting you, ain't it?
A little bit.
I
That
can't.
flavor is disgusting though.
I can't do those. I can't do caffeine.
Sometimes you have to,
I
man.
cannot do caffeine. I get
Well, okay, that's the thing because I was looking all up on the ingredients list. I didn't see nothing about I almost said cocaine. Caffeine.
damn. Somebody out here getting cooked. So that's
I don't know why. I've never done it before. I don't know why that was on my brain.
Mhm.
I promise.
Okay.
I
I
promise.
believe you.
Okay.
You the one brought it up.
No, I
Never
have an
see that.
addictive personality. I know I can't handle it. Do you see caffeine?
I don't see caffeine free neither.
Me neither, but it's not listed either.
It is.
Oh, did I miss it?
It's like in the ingredients it says caffeine.
LOL. But usually they have it on the nutrition info. That's where I was looking.
Man.
You know, usually it says caffeine 5 grams or 42
man,
grams.
you got to be 18 years old to buy this.
That means it's bad for you.
It says 18 plus only.
If I end up dead, it's not Bang because they're sponsoring us next episode. Just kidding. I'm just kidding.
I wish.
Right.
Yeah, it don't say nothing about zero caffeine. It says 0 calories.
And that's what I need.
It's
Okay.
0 sugar.
Exactly.
It's caffeine.
Oop.
Mm-mm.
Forgot that was there.
Mm-mm. Yeah, that bang got you
Mm-hmm.
all jacked up. Mm-mm. Last time I drank a 5-hour energy drink, I was going to Mississippi.
Mm-hmm. You was up for 5 hours.
Boy, it looked like I just did a line of coke. Just was driving.
Speaking of watching people that have done cocaine like interact is crazy.
Okay.
Sorry.
No, not that. I have questions for that. Like, where were you at when you seen somebody just?
Oh, you'd be surprised. Well, I guess I should elaborate. The first
Yeah.
the first restaurant job I had, they would do it in the bathroom. And you know what was the insane part about it?
What's that?
They would do it on the little, the baby thing, the baby changing table.
That's disgusting.
I know. Not only is it disgusting, but it's like scary because what
'Cause
if
you
the
all
baby?
kid, yeah.
Like it's too much. But yeah, they would go into the bathroom. It would be like 3 girls. You would always know too because they would be in the shittiest mood, and then go into the bathroom. 5 minutes, they'd be like, "Oh, we're taking a break." Da, 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 da. They'd come out, da, 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 and just like having the best time of their lives. And then the crash would happen later, and then they would start over the process because it would be like rolling silverware time. And they'd be like, "Time for another break," and then they come out and be ready to roll silverware, and then crash happens again. Cycle continues, but it was just bad. It was bad. It was like that was my first experience with like. I didn't even see that in college, but when I got into the restaurant industry, oh my goodness. I realized that everyone has a vice that they are hiding.
Oh yeah. I remember during the Super Bowl, and I went to the bathroom, and I heard this guy in the stall. He like, "Oh yeah, that's
Yep.
it. That's the one. That's the one."
Mhm.
What the?
That means there was multiple before that.
He smooth said, "That's the one right there."
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's
That's it.
crazy. And it's I can't do it.
I remember
I can't do it.
when we was bartending.
Mhm.
I don't think you wasn't there that day, but
Which place? The first or second?
yeah, first,
Okay.
and then one of the girls, she had a coke problem,
Oh.
and she asked, "Can she go smoke a cigarette?"
Oh gosh.
And she goes up to my boy. She like, "Man," she's like, "Yeah, man, I've been clean off coke for like 3 or 4 months and stuff like that." And he like, "Did you?" He like, "Man, that's what's up." She like, "Yeah, but man, I just relapsed." He like, "When?" She like, "Just now. I'm trying to tell you." Like, like what?
That lady was hilarious. I loved her.
Well,
Y'all hated her.
bro, she was ass.
She was so funny though.
I remember she was like, she told me, cause she always had to look at the recipes.
good.
You've been here for 7 months and you still looking at the recipes.
Yeah, it's a bit
And
much.
I remember on the 8th month, she like, "Guess what, Chris? I don't gotta look at the recipe book anymore."
Congratulations.
And I was like, "Congrats! It only took you 8 months to
Right.
learn it."
Man, she was terrible, but I
Slow.
loved her so much.
She was slow,
Yeah, she was real bad.
terrible.
She was worse than the other one.
Oh my god, I don't know. Yeah, they both was horrible.
Imagine working, and they always used to put me and them two together.
They did.
Always, and
They
I'd be
did.
like,
On Saturday
"Yo, why
nights.
am I carrying the team on my fucking back?"
On Saturday nights. That's why you think I switched to mornings.
I know it was bad.
I smooth switched them. I
we
saw
was making
that.
money though.
I saw that. I was like this. I saw how Saturday nights were going, and then I seen who they was putting on.
Yeah,
I was like, hey, I smooth. I like they like, you gonna close the night before? Oh, I'll do it. I do not care. I
Yeah.
would do it. I would just not to be with them two. I would definitely.
that's crazy. You wouldn't even work with me though.
I did on Friday night.
I know, but like still, you wouldn't sacrifice working with me just because
I
you
had
didn't
to
like that one
close.
girl. No, closing was fun when it
I
was like
closed
fun
Thursday.
people.
I closed
You
Thursday,
did.
Friday.
Oh, and then you had to open Sundays, right?
No, Saturdays. I opened.
Saturdays.
But before I switched to open,
yeah,
I closed Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I don't want to close all them nights straight
Mhm.
ahead. That
That's
started
true.
hitting me after a
Mhm.
while. Like, man, I didn't have no time to do anything.
Yeah, it's a bit much.
Yeah, so that's why I closed Thursday, I closed Friday, open on Sunday, so I have my Saturday nights
Mm-hmm.
and things. So I had my Saturday nights, so I could do things, and then I closed on Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
So it was cool. Then I was off Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
I do remember that.
I would work every now and then, like if it was like a
Private parties.
yeah, private party.
Mm-hmm.
Then I'll work if it was for private parties and things. So
I remember they never let me get on one of those, and I was like,
you never worked one? Damn.
That's how I knew they didn't fuck with me for real.
I didn't
I'm
know
like,
that.
Damn, Kenny, not even Kenny. Kenny, you was my road dog.
It wasn't Kenny that was
I
setting me up.
know
It
that was the issue. It was
It
the
was Marissa.
yeah, and you know how she felt.
Yeah.
She was jealous. A little jealous, Oompa Loompa girl. Let me stop. I
Okay.
know. I'm sorry.
That bang is really hitting you. All right. So when we get into we're gonna get into our first topic.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So
Cut that out.
you guys know that I pick out the 3 stories that people, write or tell me
Mm-hmm.
on Instagram. So we got our 3 people. We got Jasmine, Brandon, and Addison that wrote out to us. Appreciate you guys. So I'm gonna start off with the first one. I'm gonna start off with Jasmine. Jasmine wrote to us. She said, when I have to car someone and they get upset, it's like one of the worst things in this industry that I hate to do. That is facts. It's like, look, man, we got a card, you guys.
Mm-hmm.
It's our job,
It is.
and especially if you like in the state of Texas, like you have to card somebody. I think is under, if they look under 40 now.
It is 40.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's 40. I remember it used to be like they lowered it. I remember it was 60, then they lowered it to 50. Now it's 40.
Some states are 30, but yeah, I think Texas specifically is 40. Yeah.
Yeah. So when we doing that, it's just, I'm not trying to get fired because you want to have a drink, man.
Mhm.
Nah. So people get smooth upset with that.
I've been doing it too long. I'm just like, if you ain't got it, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Or if you mad, go to the next bar.
I don't give a damn. You got the oxygen tank. Let me see that ID.
Have you ever had the situation where it's like 2 people and one looks visibly younger, and so you like one looks over 40, so you don't card them, and then the next person you
They're
go
like, why
to
did
over
you
there
ask me
like,
for my ID?
I hate that because now
Uh,
you are making it awkward, and now I have to say you look like an old ass bitch, and now you're mad at me. I'm sorry.
I just use.
It is
I
hit
just
me.
laugh it off. I'm like this. You right? My bad. Can I see your ID then? And they like,
And I
what?
don't even look at that shit.
Yeah, and they like, see, and they feel good. I'm like, yeah, all right.
Mhm.
And I'm like, come on, lady, you know damn well why I didn't ask you for your
Right.
ID.
Look at your face, please.
Look at you.
Mhm.
You know why? You look older than 40.
Yeah, literally. Or when it's like a 21-year-old and their mom, and they try to make that joke.
Yeah.
I thought we looked like sisters. Why did you card me?
Or
You look like her grandmother, actually.
or I can't stand when it's like those kids that's like 22
Mm.
and they be like you like, hey man, let me see your ID. You're like, I haven't got card in a while.
Right, and they just turned 22 like 2 months ago.
Or when I carded somebody that just turned 21 like within 3 months,
Mhm.
and they're like, oh man, I haven't got carded in a while. I'm like, bro, you just turned 21. Like,
Right.
relax.
People be used to them college bars that don't care.
Yeah, or the restaurant with
that
the
tea.
fruit name in it.
Yeah.
They really don't card.
Yeah.
So that's where I used to go when I was 20.
I'm sure.
I used to smooth go there and get lit.
Mhm.
So appreciate Jasmine. The next one is
Thanks for the question, Jasmine.
yeah, for real, Brandon.
Brandon.
I hate when the parents let the kids grab the sugar out of the containers and throw them all over the table.
Mm.
I
Yes, I do.
I can't stand that. It's just like, I got to clean that up.
Mhm.
Like, why? Control your kid.
Mhm.
Or if they grab the fries and they throw them all over the ground
Yeah.
and smush them up.
Yeah.
And it's like, you see that you guys did that. Why can't you guys clean that? It's your kid. Why can't you clean up that mess?
Man, don't get me started. That's why I don't like working at family-friendly places anymore. It's just a lot.
Oh my god.
That cleanup is just never worth it. And it's like after every table with a family or with kids, it's just like, damn, again, crayon marks everywhere. You got trash everywhere. You got stickiness everywhere. Ugh, yuck.
Yeah, it's just like, then you got all of it. Then you like that little plastic part that they bring.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like spit up on it. Like, you
Mhm.
guys don't even try to
Ooh,
grab that and like put it together and
yeah.
like throw it away. You guys just leave it
Leave
there
it.
for
Oof.
me to clean it.
Mm.
And I think that's the most disrespectful, the most nastiest, disgusting thing. If you can do that, I can only imagine how your house looks.
Mm-hmm.
Straight up, I can only imagine how your house looks.
Yeah. Some people don't have that consideration bone in their body. They don't
Oh,
realize, like, hey, somebody has to go behind you and like actually clean your funky children's mess up.
man, you really don't like kids.
No, I don't. You can tell my whole mood is just like, ugh, disgusted.
Damn, not disgusted.
Let me stop. Because one day I'm probably going to end up having some and I'm going to have to get over it at some point. I like well-behaved children.
I feel that.
But I think I've had so much experience with children that just have no
House training.
that it's just like, I just jumble them all up and I just say I don't like kids. But if your kid has some manners, yes ma'am, yes sir,
Yeah.
please and thank you.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Don't interrupt adults when they're speaking. Oh my gosh, I love a well-behaved child.
My daughter's like well behaved.
I figured she would be.
Yeah, she says yes, yes sir, yes ma'am, and she, she's quiet. She keeps to herself, and like even like when we go out to eat, she doesn't make a mess. Only thing she just does, she just wants to color on that little thing.
Yeah.
She eats, and
I love that.
She don't really, I don't play that.
Yeah, that's the type of child I like. Act like you got some dang sense.
Yeah. Addison wrote, why when I drop off the food and I ask the guests how's everything and they say they're doing good, then afterwards they ask for a manager to complain.
Ooh, don't get me started, Addison. That's the worst. Cause I'm quick to be like, what you need? I'm quick to stop them. Like, what can I do for you before I get this manager? What was wrong? I have a conversation. I'm going to interrogate you because you're not about to throw me under the bus after I've done everything I can.
Yeah, I
I'm
remember.
big on that. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I remember. I had this table, and I went back over there a couple of times. I'm like, everything's good. Everything's good. They're like, yeah. I'm like, how's everything tasting? Like, everything's really good. I'm like, all right, cool. And then they had their plates. I'm like, I could take all these plates and stuff.
Yeah.
They're like, yeah. So I grabbed the plate. It was one shrimp. I never forget this.
Oh,
It was one
gosh.
shrimp, and they asked, "Can I speak to the manager?" And I was like, "Everything okay?" They're like, "I need to speak to the manager now." So I go get the manager, and the manager comes over there, and the manager, she tells him he grabbed the plate with the one shrimp. How I'm gonna feed my kid tonight? Now I gotta go sit here and get them McDonald's because he wants to sit here and take the plate.
Over one shrimp?
And I'm thinking to myself, that one shrimp is gonna fill your kid up. Like, I was like, are you? And she like, you know what? I think I need this. She like, take that off my bill. I'm not paying for that.
You know, some people come into an establishment already knowing that they're going to act the fool so that they can get a discount. And it's very easy to spot them, unfortunately.
It is.
But, yeah, Addison, I understand. I'm there with you, sister.
I am too. And it just sucks. Like, you come in there with that motive and you trying to throw the server that did everything they can to give you the great service, but you already knew what you was gonna do when you walked in. Like, yeah, I'm not about to. Yeah.
Terrible.
And it just sucks. Cause like, why? Why would you do this?
Yeah. No home training.
Like, why? Have you ever did something to a guest? Oh, shout out to Brandon, Jasmine, and Addison for the comments and things. Thank you guys. Thank you guys for taking your time out and writing that. But have you ever did something or said something to a guest and you like, damn, that's gonna get me fired?
I'm sure I have. I'm probably just telling people like, you could go after they get an attitude with me.
Yeah.
Because I'm quick to do that. Like, you start complaining and like just tearing me down. I'm sorry. I'm just gonna say, you can go. I'll come to bill. You can go. I'm not worried about it. You don't have to worry about it. Go ahead. Bye. I'm bad.
One for me was, I don't think it was gonna get me fired, but I put the guy and the girl in an awkward situation, and I didn't think it through. Like, dude could have probably been going through some situation, like problems. So I just became a servant, and my manager, he was like, "Hey man, you got to start being more personal." You know, I'm still trying to find my style, find my way, find how to interact. And so I drop off the bill, and the girl was paying, and I'm like, "Okay, bro, I see you. You know, it's 2000." I like, what year was it? I like, it's 2012. We out here got the women and stuff like that, buying us dinner and stuff like that. It's about time the women step up. Just joking.
Oh, okay.
I was joking.
Okay.
He didn't find that shit funny. Now, one bit. He didn't find that funny. She laughed.
He was probably really broke for real.
Yeah, and I told my manager about that. And he was like, you can't do that. I'm like, and I was like, you just told me to be funny and be, like, to have be more personal with him. And how you gonna tell me I can't do that? He like, it's certain ways you could do that. He like, you don't know that man lost his job. You don't know he was broke. And then, man, they left a big 0.
Even after she laughed at your joke, she ain't tipped.
He tipped.
Oh, yeah.
And he left a big ass 0.
Man, it's so funny seeing people like, you could tell they was really like, no tip for them. Like, you can tell when they put effort into that 0 tip. Like, it's always hilarious to me.
Yeah.
Or when they write a note. Oh, God.
Oh, don't get me started on the note.
Damn.
This girl
spare me.
This girl wrote on the note. She put 0 and then it had an arrow and it said read the back. And then I read the back. It said, "Sorry, I couldn't tip you. I'm a broke bitch."
Oh. See, I would have laughed at that. That would have been funny to
And
me.
then not me. I was 20. I had a cell phone bill to pay. I was like, I need
True.
this.
True, but I would have been like, all right, I feel it.
I put it
get
on the ground. I put that smooth on the ground.
I've
Well,
done that.
I remember back then,
Mhm.
the service used to put all the stupid ass notes and stuff and bad tips on the ground.
I
and-
still do that in my
Yeah.
close friends though, because I don't
Yeah.
want people knowing.
Yeah, we used to
But-
do that. We used to smooth put that shit on the ground
Mhm.
back then. Or I hate, speaking of notes and stuff, I hate when somebody leave you their number
Oh my god.
and they either stiff you or tip you like $2.
True.
I hate
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Like, don't leave your number if you're not gonna tip well.
Agreed. Because now I'm definitely not calling you. Like you can't even give me a good tip and you think I'm gonna try to date you? Bye.
Yeah, I'm not asking for.
Bye.
I'm not even asking for above and beyond like a 100%,
I am.
80% tip. Well, I'm not. I'm asking for.
I
at least
am.
Tip me like 20%. Man, that bang's killing her right now.
I know.
That bang is in that
I'm
system.
gonna be in bed trying to go to sleep up wired because I didn't think there was any damn caffeine.
She
in it.
gonna be feeling like Pookie from New. Never mind. She don't even know who that is.
You saw my face. I was like, I don't
Yeah,
know where
never
we're going with
mind.
that. Never
Yeah.
seen it.
Never mind. But anyway, yeah, I hate when people do that. Leave them a
Yeah.
number, something like, yeah, hey, text.
Yeah. I had somebody left a note the other day and they was like, you look like you smoke. If you do, holla at me. Here's my number. And my manager came by and saw the note and was like, do you smoke? And I was like, no. You know which one it was. The uptight one.
Mm.
I don't know why I didn't just say yeah, because he's actually cool when you like get to know him. But
Yeah.
I was still like, no, you ain't gotta know nothing. But I'm like, how do I look like I smoke? Like, yeah, I do, but like, do I look like it?
I don't know how people look like they.
Is
Well,
it the hair? What is it, the braids? Okay.
that
I'm
was
done.
me.
See?
I hit the mic.
It's easy to do it, right?
Yeah, I hit the
Mhm.
mic. That was me. You stupid.
Party
Where's the
foul.
brakes?
I love saying that randomly. Like, it's too funny.
Because it came out of nowhere.
Yes.
What do you mean by it? What is it, the brakes?
Yeah, exactly like that. That same inflection, everything. Hilarious.
Man. But I'm going to move off the topic of the industry. I'm just going to go on some topics that I saw that's trending that I really wanted to discuss.
Okay, here we go.
So I was talking about it earlier.
Mm-hmm.
It was this dude went up to his girl's job,
Don't.
started singing, and
No.
brought her flowers, but he was like bringing her flowers. Hold up, it was nothing. It was really sweet,
Okay.
and he was like, he went up there, surprised her with some flowers and stuff like that,
Mm-hmm.
and he was like singing, and everybody like, oh, she was like, happy. She was like all tearful and stuff.
Uh-huh. I'm already internally cringing. Like, ew.
2 days later, she cheated on him
Yikes.
with somebody she
Yikes.
worked with. So that person
Yikes.
was up there just and smashed your girl.
Wow. That's terrible. Very terrible. First of all, don't come to my job with no singing and no flowers and no. I hate being the main character. Please stop. Don't do it. And then maybe that made her cheat. Because if I would have been embarrassed, I would have been like, you know what?
Let me see if I can find that video.
I'm just kidding. I don't cheat.
Dang,
I don't.
I don't think anybody took you that you was cheating from that comment.
I was just making sure. Don't even think about it.
Man, where is it? Here you go. Put it to the mic.
Baby, my heart cost it from last heart at 23. People fall
You're
in love.
loving mysterious way. Maybe this
is
is such of a harm.
I keep on making
Big mistakes.
hoping that you'll understand. So baby, now
Ooh.
take me into love now. Kiss me until the
He sucks.
Yeah.
That nigga sucks.
That's probably why she cheated. For real. She got the ick in that moment. The fake tears are killing me. Why would I cry about that? I'm not crying about somebody sucking at singing in front of all
And
my
it said,
friends.
found out
Oh no, you're not gonna embarrass
she
me.
cheated through 3. But the part that got me, it don't say 3 days. It says 3 days.
Yeah, you know how World Star. You know them and what's the one, Shade Room?
Yeah.
Messy,
Bro,
messy.
I'll be hurt.
I would too. He's in love for sure.
Oh yeah, for sure.
He's
Not.
far gone.
She's not.
He probably stayed with her.
He did. It's
Mhm.
okay, baby. I understand. We gonna get through this.
Yeah, seems like the type. Personally, couldn't do it.
What is your ick?
I have so many.
What is your ick?
There's a lot.
Okay,
Like
what is it?
almost everything that a man does. 'Cause I'm just kidding.
What is your ick?
Um,
When did this whole ick shit start coming a thing?
It's always been a thing, but I think we're just now like expressing it and giving it a
No,
name.
like like ick. Who came up with this ick shit? The saying the word ick.
I don't know. It happened a couple years ago, maybe a year ago now. And people were just like, ew, it's just the ick, you know? And then it just became a thing.
I guess.
But I have a lot. Like I'm a person that likes like chivalrous gestures. So if they
Mhm.
don't do that, that's giving me the ick. Somebody that is like super extroverted gives me the ick. I don't know why. I think it's because I'm like more reserved, but I hate somebody that's like always in everybody's face and just out there. Oh my gosh. Like please calm down. I could go on and on. I have so many. I hate a broke person, male or female. Cheap.
You would hate my black ass. I'm cheap.
I know you are. Now there's some situations where I'm like, okay, yeah, okay. But like I'm someone that's big on like I pay for convenience. Like when I'm good with my money, I'm like, whatever. Money ain't an issue. It's my life. I'm living it, whatever. So for other people that are just like obviously I know goals exist and people want to save and like all the fun stuff, whatever. But like when they're just like very cheap for no reason, like to the point where like you're sacrificing quality because you want to be cheap, I don't know. I can't do it. Like there's specific things where it's like, why are you buying the cheap version of that instead of just spending an extra dollar for
Yeah.
something that would work? I
Yeah.
can't give you an example right now, but there's some that exist.
My biggest thing is like I can't date a girl who got dirty ass shoes.
Yeah, okay.
Oh,
I can see that.
can't do. Oh my gosh, I can't.
That's the trend
cannot.
these days, though. You know, they dirty up the Air Force Ones and then wear them out.
Oh my
purpose.
gosh, I can't. No. If you don't take care of your shoes,
Yeah.
oh my god. Like I get it.
I can
Some
see
shoes
that.
are a little dirty. I get it. You know, it's a
Yeah.
little dust, something like that. But I'm
Mhm.
talking about filthy. Like
Yeah.
you didn't even attempt to try to clean these.
Yeah,
Nope.
I can see that. You have any other ones?
That's really about it. Like, you know,
Really? That's it.
of course, like I feel like hygiene, I feel like that's
Okay,
big on
yeah.
everybody.
True.
I don't feel like that's something like that has to be discussed. I feel like
Mhm.
that's just, a given.
There's not some like weird thing that somebody could do that would be like, ew.
Ask a lot of questions.
Okay.
Shit's annoying.
Yeah. And that would turn you off forever from that person.
No, just for the moment.
Well, then it's not a real ick.
Oh.
The definition of an ick is something where it's like, ew, I want to break up with this person.
Oh. Oh.
Like, this gave me the ick. I'm done with them.
Yeah, still the dirty shoes. That's
Okay.
for sure.
Okay.
That's
Even
yeah.
if y'all were like locked in, you was dating them for a while.
I'll let you know, like, yo, what's
Throw
up
them
with these
shits away?
shoes? Yeah. You gotta soak
You wouldn't
these
just like
shoes.
buy her some new ones and be like,
I've
yo,
done
get
that
rid of
before.
that. Okay. Nice.
I've done that before.
There's a superstition if you buy shoes for people, they walk out of your life.
I can
So I
believe
don't buy
that.
people's shoes.
I believe that. Well, that's not true.
Who do I buy shoes for?
Not who you buy shoes
Oh.
for. I'm talking about the superstition.
Oh. I
Damn.
was like, what? I was like, do you know something I don't?
No, not that. I'm just talking about like the superstitions.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, man. Shoes. You don't got no bed frame or no bed rails.
Okay, I
your
don't.
shit just on the floor.
Oh. No, never mind.
Yeah, your shit just on the floor. That's a big one.
Mm-hmm. They're kind of expensive sometimes.
You can get a cheap ass frame for like $20. You can get bed rails at the Goodwill for like $10.
You're true. That's true.
Like no, that's a big ick for me. Like I remember I went to this girl's house
Mm-hmm.
when we was working at the first spot together. Afterwards, after we closed, I went over to her house
Mm-hmm.
and we walk up the stairs and we go in, and then she's like, oh yeah, take your shoes off. You know, I'm like, all right, I get that because when you come to my apartment, you gotta take your shoes off.
Yeah.
She turns on the light, and I'm like, the fuck for?
It was dusty, crusty, musty, huh?
It was horrible.
Yeah.
Horrible. I'm like, me having my shoes on was safer.
Mm-hmm.
But then I was tired because I worked. I opened and I closed that day.
Uh-huh.
And the reason I went over there is because I knew I wasn't gonna make it back home because
Mm-hmm.
I closed the night before, opened and I closed, and it was this convention, so I didn't leave till like 4,
Mm-hmm.
3:30. I didn't leave till like 3:30, close to 4.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, and she was like, you can come over here. I was like, all right. And then I was like, oh my gosh.
Regretted that. I would have slept in my car personally.
And then I was like,
At
oh my
that
God.
point.
But I was just so tired at this point. I'm
Yeah.
like, man, I'm just exhausted. So I was like, all right, hopefully the bedroom the bed was sitting on the floor. The dog bed was right next to it. It was no sheet on it. It was just a cover, like for a sheet. And half of the cover was off the mattress. Like, why?
Yeah.
But you would never think that about that person.
Yeah.
Like
You'd be surprised how people live.
yeah, you would never would have thought that. So I was
Mhm.
like, fuck. I was
Mm.
like, I'm cool.
Yeah, I'm good
cool.
on it.
I
I'ma just
drove
go
home. Yeah, I did. I drove home. I was like,
I hate being inconvenienced. I would have been like, yeah, it's time for me to go. I'm sorry.
Like,
I can't do it.
Yeah, I drove smooth home.
I don't play about my sleep.
And
I'm
she-
like,
And she's like, what's wrong?
you live like a fucking pig.
I
What do you
told her,
mean?
I was like, look around. What's not
Right.
wrong?
Surprised ain't no roaches crawling.
It probably was.
Probably.
Oh my gosh.
They're
So
probably scattered when you turn that light on.
so how old was I?
Hopefully young, if it's gonna be something about roaches.
I was 25. I
Mm-hmm.
was 25. And I go to this girl house. The house is clean.
Mm-hmm.
The house is clean. And I get it. When you live in an apartment and there's roaches, it could be somebody else's that live next door and they just come over. That can happen.
Or the complex itself just
Yeah,
has an
that's
issue.
nasty. Yeah, the
Mhm.
complex itself. So we drinking. I have a liquor cup. I have my cup.
Oh,
And we
gosh.
sitting on the couch, we just talking, we watching the movie. Something fall boop, right in my cup. I look, it's a big ass roach in my cup. I was
Oh
like,
my goodness.
and she was like, I'm sorry. I'm like, it's okay.
Oh my goodness.
It's okay. She's like, I'm so sorry. I'm like, it's okay.
I would have freaked the hell out.
What would you have done?
First of all, I wouldn't have held it against them because that's like you said. As long as her
I
house
didn't
was
hold
like,
it against them.
like you said, the house was clean. Sometimes it's an internal problem or a person next to them problem. So I would give them a pass on that in that one. But in that case, I'm definitely jumping and screaming, crying, throwing up, all of the above. But I probably would have threw the drink And
Oh
that
yeah, I
would've
threw the drink away.
No,
And
I meant like it would have been on the floor and then we
Oh
would have probably
no,
lost the roach, unfortunately, because that would have freaked me out.
just
Seeing it fall and plop. Yeah, no. I would be like, just instinct. But in my clear mind, I would hopefully, put it down. Hopefully the roach would be drowning. If it didn't, then I would figure out a way to kill it somehow, like maybe
Yeah.
add some bleach to the drink. I don't know. Somehow so that I wouldn't have to touch it. And then we would continue on with our night once we disposed of the roach. And did a quick check around to make sure there was no more.
Yeah, I went home. I was put my jacket
Oh,
outside.
you left?
No, I stayed.
Oh, okay.
Well, I wasn't spending the night anyway.
Right.
I don't like spending the night at really at like we're not dating.
Yeah,
And if
me
it's not
neither.
like I know we're not like serious. Like I don't like spending the night.
Not giving you the wrong impression at all.
Not, I wasn't talking about that. But yours is different from my point of view. So I get what you're saying. The reason I'm saying is just like, for instance, say like we didn't know each other,
Mm-hmm.
and you like, hey, come over. And I'm like, in the beginning, I'm like, hey, you got a man? You like, nah.
Mm-hmm.
You could lie about that, and the man could pop up.
Oh,
That's why.
okay. That's a lot to think about. I've
Well, it's
never-
happened to me.
Yeah, I can see that. PTSD again.
Yeah, it happened to me.
Hmm.
So I was 27 at this time. Man,
Damn.
I got some stories. boy.
Yeah, you do.
I've been through it.
That's crazy.
So I was 27 and I linked up with this one chick, and story time with Chris.
Okay, go ahead.
So then we ended up grabbing lunch, and we was grabbing lunch before I was gonna go to work. But we ended up getting shut down for the day.
Mm-hmm.
It's because our AC was broken. So I was like, all right. I'm like, well, I don't got to go to work now.
Mm-hmm.
So like, she was like, all right, let's hang out. So we end up hanging out, and we end up going. I forget. We went somewhere else, and she was like, hey, leave your car. Like when we went to she was like, hey, leave your car and come with me. I was like, all right, bet, because she was drinking.
Right.
And I couldn't drink because I just got past having the flu, so I was on like I was on antibiotics.
Mm-hmm.
No, I had pneumonia, so I was on antibiotics. So I'm not about to drink playing around with
Right.
antibiotics.
Yeah, for sure.
And I was still drinking at the time.
Mm-hmm.
And so then what happened? Oh yeah, so I ended up jumping in her car. And I was like, ooh, I'm pushing a G-Wagon. I was driving. She had a G-Wagon, so I was driving it.
Nice.
But hear the story out. So
Okay.
we go to Lowe's. She said she had to buy some stuff for her plants. So
Uh-huh.
we end up getting things for her plants. So as I popped the trunk, a size 14 shoes popped out. I'm like, what the shit? So I was like, oh. And she looked at me, and I looked at the shoes, and she looked at the shoes, and she just put them back in there. She's like, just put that in there. I'm like, so you're not going to address?
Right.
I was like,
You're
you know
not just
what?
gonna skip
I was like,
past that.
I was like, it is what it is.
Oh,
So then,
mistake.
so I like, it is what it is. So, and we end up going back to her place.
Mm-hmm.
And when we get to her place, it's this sick lady across the hall, this older woman.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, who is this? What is going on here?
Yeah.
Like, she's have the room, and like she has the monitors and stuff
Uh-huh.
like that in there, like a hospital. And
Yeah.
I'm like, what's going on?
This was in her apartment?
No, and she lived in a house,
Oh.
but
So across the hall from where?
her
In
room.
the house.
Yeah,
Oh.
her room.
Okay.
So I'm like, what the hell?
Who, grandma?
Yeah. And she didn't say nothing. She like, oh, don't worry about it. She sleep. I'm like, what the hell?
Too many things that you're not explaining for me.
Yeah,
I'm
so I
sorry.
left it alone because I know what we over there at
Yeah,
this point for.
true.
So I was like, I left it
Yeah,
alone.
one
So I was
thing
like,
in your mind.
I did. But after this like literally this changed my whole
I'm sure it did.
perspective on everything. Like so we throw on Dateline, we started talking.
Mm-hmm.
One thing led to another.
Mm-hmm.
And then
Not y'all getting horny to Dateline. That's crazy. That's crazy. Talking about Susan was killed on January 15th. And y'all here clapping cheeks. Ew. Hell. Anyway, go ahead.
So
It happens though. You know, sometimes you just be in the mood and it don't matter what's going on in the background. I feel you. You gotta get in where you fit in. Sorry. Go ahead.
boy, that bang got her lit. So anyway,
I need a drink of all the time.
anyway, so yeah, one thing led to another,
Mm-hmm.
and I wake up, like I dozed off like 3-4 minutes top,
Mm-hmm.
and I look around, I see a Ouija board.
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah, you heard me right. I see a Ouija board. Then I see like the what's that thing like
A
that?
pentagon?
Yeah, I seen the pentagon.
Yeah. Is that what it called?
Yeah, I think so. And I seen that. Then I look behind me,
Mm,
and I'm like, that's how I know one thing was on my mind, because I didn't see none of
yeah.
this.
Oh.
And I look behind me, it's like a goat.
The head
Yeah.
of stuff like
No, like it was like
taxidermy?
like not a headboard, but like like a poster with a goat head
Oh, okay.
and stuff on it. With
It
the
wasn't the
pentagon.
real thing,
Nuh-uh.
but it was the poster with the
Yeah.
pentagon and the goat head,
Yeah.
which is not good.
Yeah, and I looked, I'm like, hey, you got this shit from Hot Topic or something?
She said no. This
Yeah.
got real black
Yeah.
magic.
She was like, no. I was like, what is this? I'm like, what's going on here? She was like,
she was trying
she
to
like, I worship the
sacrifice your
devil.
ass. Oh no.
And I was like, oh. Well, I'm a firm believer of,
Jesus Christ, my Lord and Savior.
Yeah. And then she was like,
God.
and then she was like, I'm not. I was like, okay.
Well,
So then I started grabbing my clothes, and I hear boom, 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 boom. He's like, why the fuck I can't get in my house? I'm like, who is that?
her devil worshiping boyfriend.
No, husband.
Oh, even worse. The
And
size
then,
14
you know who-
shoes.
And you know who was across the hall? His mom.
Mm-hmm. It's me, Mom.
I was like, yo, what is going on? I was like, what? I was like, you're married? She was like, yeah, sorry. I'm like, you told me you was single.
Yeah.
She was like, kind of. Like, we're just having some hard times. Bitch, you ain't single. And I was in
now,
the room. I'm
how are
like,
we going to get out of
and I was
this
like, I was in the
situation
room. and I was like, look. So they had a patio door.
now? Uh-huh.
So I went out the back door. She was went in.
Mm-hmm.
When she was letting them in, I ran out. And the only thing I had on was my drawers, socks, and shoes. And I had my pants like wrapped
Yeah.
around me. And I had on I had on a t-shirt. So I'm hopping the gate,
Oh my
I'm running down the
goodness.
street with underwears on and shit.
Uh-uh.
I could have, man,
That's insane.
what? I could have, what? In state of Texas, it's open firing in the house.
Yeah. Could have
That
been
man
over
could
for
have
you.
killed me.
Mm.
Then I had to call a lift. I'm sitting by the stop sign on the curb like I'm a kid, just
Mm-hmm.
mad as hell. And I got in the car, and the dude's like, "How's your day going?" Man, my day ain't going too.
Right.
I'm like,
Not
man,
at
I
all.
like my day ain't going too hot. He like, what happened? And I told him that happened. He like, man, that's your fault. I'm like, shut the fuck up and just drive me to my car.
I agree. I was
It
gonna say
was
the
my
same thing.
fault. It was my fault. So the people who's out there listening, pay attention to your surroundings.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure you get more information about her.
If somebody has a size 14 shoe in their trunk, make sure that you're
I knew she
asking
had a brother.
questions.
But then the messed up. Oh, I didn't even get to the craziest part about
Okay.
this whole story. And it's the plot twist.
Mm-hmm.
This is plot twist. Not lying. On my daughter. This is true.
Mm-hmm.
He ended up becoming my employee.
For real.
I'm being so serious.
How'd you know it was him?
She came up there to visit him.
Stop. That is so messy.
I hired him.
That is so messy.
I hired him.
Oh my goodness.
But we didn't know of each other.
Right,
I end
because
up
you never
hiring
saw
him.
his
Yeah,
face.
he never
He
saw
didn't
my
see your
face.
face.
And then how I really found out that was his G-Wagon. I was
You was pushing that one
yeah.
day. Oh,
It was hold up.
scandalous.
It was old ass. I don't
Oh.
want people thinking it was brand new. It was old.
Not the 1998
It was
G-Wagon.
But it
Shit,
was
he
still
still
a
got a
G-Wagon.
G-Wagon?
Yeah. And
He
it wasn't
still
even
pushing a
his.
G-Wagon.
It was like his it was a hand me down. But it still was a G-Wagon.
His mama's that was passing.
Yeah, it was
Mm.
hers. And then I think his
Yikes.
wife ended up telling him because
Why? At
he
this point, we
hated
got
my
past it.
guts. And he hated my guts. Straight up, he hated me.
If you gonna cheat, like be smart about it. Lord, why would she tell that man?
But not even that. This is a small world.
It
What are
is.
the odds of that happening? Like,
That's insane.
because me and her, like I said, I was drinking around this time. Me and her met
Mhm.
at a bar.
Mm-hmm.
And then
Yeah.
I end up hiring this dude.
Small world. Shit like that happens all the time. It's crazy, actually.
And then it felt like a movie. Like when she was when I was walking out to tell him
Mhm.
something, she was walking in, and I almost said, "Hey," but something in my gut told me not to.
Yeah, just watch this, peep the scenery first,
Yeah.
see what's going on.
And then I seen him. He's like, "What's up, baby?" I was like,
Oh, baby. Devil worshiping couple. What a captivating story. That's crazy.
"Yeah." That's not even the most craziest story though.
I'm sure it's
I
not.
have more
You've
than-
lived lives. You have lived lives.
My cousin told me, she was like, you lived for like 3 or 4 people can tell
Mhm.
some, man, I have stories. I can literally do a full season of a podcast full of all the stuff that I've been through
I'm sure.
and the situations I put myself in.
I'm sure.
and-
Especially when you was drinking.
No.
I've heard a few of them.
People always ask me, why did you put yourself in these situations? And I look at it like, man, I got stories for days.
Yeah, it is fun. It makes life interesting.
Yeah,
Shit.
man. Why? I got stories for days.
Yeah.
So, but that's why I don't really I would not if I was like talking to a girl or messing around, it's either you got to come to my house or we got to get a hotel or something
Mm.
or the back seat of my car. I'm joking. I'm joking.
Gosh.
I'm joking. But nah, like on some real shit, like I would not spend a night at a girl's house.
I don't spend. Actually, when I was like actively dating around, I was always the person I wanted to go to the man's house because I wanted to rob them. I'm just kidding. Because I don't want you in my space. I'm very particular about who I let in my space. So, and I was also robbing.
You was one of those.
No, I wasn't. I wasn't for real. I've never stole anything from a man other than maybe like a t-shirt or something, which is normal.
I got a story for the next time.
Okay.
On the next podcast about a t-shirt.
Okay. I'll remind you.
I got one next time for a t-shirt. Man, I'm gonna start telling my stories. I'm
Okay.
gonna start telling them.
And I'm gonna start having questions. We could switch roles.
All right. But Sydney, go ahead and tell it for another drink of the day.
You put me on the spot. I'm not a real bartender. Oh my gosh. I'm just kidding. But you know, the reason I said that is because, you know, people always come up to the bar, make me your favorite drink or make me something creative. No, get something on the menu. I'm not doing all that.
Well,
Sorry.
talk about something
Anyway.
that you make at home that you just be whipping up.
I'm very basic. I just make myself like easy peasy drinks that I don't want to clean up too much for, like margaritas and lemon drops and old fashions. Those are my top 3 drinks I make for real. But let's talk about the different varieties of Long Islands real quick.
Go for
I
it.
think that would be cool. So the general base of a Long Island is going to be depends on where you go, but usually it's a a half ounce of each of vodka, gin, rum, tequila. Sometimes people add triple sec, depends on the place, and then some sour mix. So with that base in mind, the different varieties, you have an Adios MF. I'm not going to say all that because I know our parents are watching. Adios MF. The only difference from a regular Long Island, instead of the Coke, you're going to do
Right.
you're going to do Sprite and Blue Carousel, which is a what flavor is it? I don't even know what flavor it is. Just know it's blue.
Yeah, I don't think it's really a flavor.
Well,
to
you
it.
know how grenadine is like cherry,
yeah.
but like what is blue? Blue
Oh,
is blue.
yeah.
Anyway, so that's one variety. Also, if you ever have heard of Midori or like a melon liqueur, you could use that with Sprite as well. That is called a Tokyo tea. You could do cranberry juice instead of the Coke, which would be your Long Beach. And then your classic Long Island with the Coke. So that's something fun for the day. There's
Okay.
a lot of other varieties as well. You could add watermelon pucker as well, with some Sprite. You can do anything with a Long Island because the base is all liquor.
Yeah.
So it's a fun one to experiment with.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I used to like AMFs.
They get you on your ass.
Yeah.
All Long Island type.
I didn't like the normal Long Island. I just like the
Mm-mm.
AMFs. The AMFs were pretty good.
I like me a fruity one. The Tokyo teas are really good with the Midori.
Uh-huh.
That melon,
Hmm.
very good.
Yeah. I like that a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I used to fuck with those a lot.
Me too.
Okay. So here we go for the top 3.
Okay. What is it today?
Who are your top 3 characters from TV shows that you watch?
I thought we did this one.
Mm-mm.
No.
We said heroes,
Okay.
not characters. like
You're right. Any genre?
any genre.
Okay. I love Olivia Pope from Scandal.
Mhm.
Annalise Keating from How to Get Away with Murder.
Is that Viola Davis character?
Yes.
She always crying on that show.
No, she didn't cry
It's
that much
not-
actually.
You a lie.
It was like 3 times in the
Man,
whole 5
hell
seasons.
no. Then snot be coming out her. This innocent.
Anyway.
You know I'm right.
She did not cry that much. So those are my 2. And then maybe Jessica Jones. That was good. The show Jessica Jones,
Mhm.
the cartoon, not cartoon. Well, it was a comic, but
I know what you're talking about.
anyway, her, and I have a bunch of other ones.
Yeah, go for it. You can do one more.
Arya
Honorable
Stark,
mention.
Game of Thrones, Rhaenyra from House of the Dragon.
Okay. All right. What about you, Spider?
I gotta give Arya Stark a shout out as well.
Mhm.
I don't know if that's my top 3, but that's my favorite character from that
Me
show.
too.
Okay.
I gotta go Homelander from The Boys.
I need to
Okay.
get
He's
into
a
that.
crazy
too.
mofo. Rick Grimes, from
Okay.
Walking
Okay.
Dead, and then probably it would be the chicken guy from Breaking Bad.
I didn't see Breaking Bad.
No?
yet.
The chicken guy? Which one was
He was the one that owned all the chicken places. that was
Oh,
running
yeah, the
drugs.
one that he blew
was-
up, right?
yeah, he was
yeah,
badass.
Yeah. I know you talking about. Yeah. I know exactly who you talking about. Fuck, what was his real name?
It was Gus Fring on the show.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah. I know you talking about. Yeah.
Is that the one that's played by Giancarlo
Yep.
Esposito?
Yeah.
I love
He's an
Giancarlo.
amazing,
I,
actor.
Yeah.
See, I've never seen Breaking Bad, but I know me some Giancarlo. I love
Yeah,
him.
yeah. I remember that. And I remember when his body blew up and stuff
Mhm.
on it. Yeah.
Hmm.
My characters would probably be Rick Grimes.
Okay.
Also,
Not Negan.
I was
A lot of people like Negan.
no, I was gonna say him next.
Oh, sorry.
But, nah,
Spoiled it.
Rick Grimes. He's like, man, he's the reason like I stayed watching The Walking Dead.
Mm-hmm.
Negan. The guy from the plays the Punisher, John. I forgot his name.
What is The Punisher? It's a show?
Yeah, it's a show
Okay.
called The Punisher. It's like Jessica Jones
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
for The Punisher. Frank Castle. And who else? Franklin Saint.
I was gonna
From
say
the
that
Snowfall.
in mine too. Honorable mention on
Yeah,
mine.
honorable
Yeah.
mention from Franklin Saint from the Snowfall. Like
Yep.
that character he did a good ass job playing that character.
Yeah.
So it was a tie between Franklin Saint and, believe it or not, fucking Uncle Jerome.
Yeah. Uncle Jerome, though, I don't know. Towards the end, he was getting on my nerves.
Oh yeah, because
But
of
that's
the
just
girl.
me. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel you. But yeah, those are my honorable mention. Thank you guys for tuning in to the podcast called The Industry. It's coming out every Wednesday. Appreciate you guys, man. This means a lot. Please hit that subscribe button.
Please.
Please go on Instagram, _industry24. And also shout out to you guys for us going on live for the first time. We're going to try to keep that up and do that so you guys can get more into our personal lives a little bit and see how we interact and things like that. So
Yeah,
appreciate
we've
y'all.
heard
Y'all
y'all
have-
want to see us interact in real life, so we giving y'all what you want.
Yeah, we got y'all. Thank y'all. Y'all have a nice one.
Bye.